Hello my little winglets and welcome to a new Soplane trip report.
Chemical arm flights.
Hi guys, Nick here. For today's trip report, we're going all the way to Cambodia, where we're flying with Cambodia Angkor Air from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, the home of Angkor Wat. This was a very short flight of 30 minutes, but we were delayed by about an hour due to monsoon showers. What made this flight for me was this douchey guy in front of me, and I've got a funny story to tell you about that, so you might want to stick around for it. This is actually the third flight on this trip, with the other two being Bangkok to Phnom Penh and Siem Reap back to Bangkok, both on Bangkok Airways. If you're interested in seeing those, I put the link to them in the description down below, as well as your top right here. So let's do this. Welcome aboard. If you have not been to Cambodia yet, I can only recommend it. It reminded me of Bangkok 25-30 years ago, so make sure to get there before it becomes just another Asian city littered with skyscrapers. The airport is roughly 10 kilometers outside of the city, but the ride from the city center takes about 40 minutes, and potentially much longer when the traffic is bad. One thing that really hit me on the ride to the airport was that while we think of Cambodia as this poor third world country, it is overrun by Range Rovers and Land Rovers. And those were only the ones I managed to catch on camera. Anyway, that's us at the airport now. In 2019, this little airport saw 6 million passengers and 56,000 aircraft movements from over 30 airlines. It is managed by Vinci, which also is behind Gatwick Airport. There are all these people standing outside because only passengers with valid ID and tickets are allowed inside the building. Security seems to be taken very seriously here. I was aware of all the Chinese money in Cambodia, but was still taken aback by the sheer number of flights going out to China. That afternoon alone, there were flights scheduled for Shanghai, Nanning, Shenyang, Hangzhou, and Shenzhen. And that's my flight, K6117 to Siem Reap. There was a bit of a queue, but check-in was really swift, and I loved how the screen above the counter displays the aircraft type. Our plane was going to be an A320. After check-in, we made our way to the domestic gates. There was not much there besides a small cafe and this relay news agent, which I associate with European airports. As there was nothing to do, I just did some plane spotting. Well, I tried to. Shortly after this AirAsia took off, everything came to a grinding halt. Someone opened a tap and it started pouring and pouring. This Cathay Dragon A320 didn't move for a good 20 minutes. These birds started moving again. The downpour resulted in our flight being delayed for an hour. Boarding but not boarding, Cambodian style, meant that you go down this escalator to sit around down there for another half an hour. Our plane was so close, yet so far away. That's our bus. Let's get on that plane. I know, Birkenstocks and bum bag. Please don't judge me. You know I love remote stands, you get the best views of the planes. One thing that struck me straight away was how clean and new the cabin was. The slimline seats looked really nice with the blue seat covers and cloth headrest covers. Legroom was really good for such a short flight and was very much man-spreadable.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cambodia Angkor Air, Captain, personnel, crew members, would like to welcome you aboard our aircraft Airbus A320, flight number K6117, departure from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. Our estimated flight time to Siem Reap International Airport is 30 minutes. លោកលោកស្រីភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសជាទីគោរពសូមលោកលោកស្រីមេត្តាចំណាយពេលបន្តិចដើម្បីតាមដានទស្សនាអំពីការបង្ហាញការប្រើប្រាស់សម្ភារៈសុវត្ថិភាពលើយន្តហោះដូចតទៅ
If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it, subscribing and following me at Soplane across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Major fail, I was definitely sitting on the wrong side here. The flight was so short, there was no in-flight service, hence very uneventful. So here is a funny story involving the guy sitting in a row in front of me and his headphones. So this rather obnoxious guy was sitting in front of me with his headphones on during taxi. Flight attendant comes up to him, asks him to take his headphones off for takeoff. This guy starts arguing with the flight attendant, saying that where he was from, I think it was Canada, it was perfectly fine to listen to music on takeoff. But the flight attendant politely insisted that he took off his headphones, which he then does, but just waits for the flight attendant to disappear and then puts them back on. We take off, and during the climb, the flight attendant was back asking the guy to take off his headphones. Guy starts arguing again, and the flight attendant says once we reach cruising altitude and the seatbelt sign comes off, he can put on his headphones again. So that then happens, seatbelt sign goes off, and the guy puts his headphones on. Now, this is just a 30-minute flight. So after about 5 minutes, we left cruising altitude and the light came on again. And with that, the flight attendant was back asking the guy to take off his headphones. I nearly wet myself. The guy was raging, but it was fun to watch. So that's my funny story.
All in all, this was a very pleasant flight despite the delay. The crew was great, welcoming and very professional. And their English was outstanding as well. I'd love to fly them on a longer flight one day.
Cambodia Angkor Air has a fleet of 7 aircraft consisting of A320s, A321s and ATR-72s, which fly to over 20 destinations as well as extensive code shares with Vietnam Airlines and Lao Airlines. And just like that, we were about to land in Siem Reap. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay home, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye!